Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the next week of our Business 101 Introduction to Business class. I'm Mark Evans again as your instructor, and I just wanted to touch base with you this morning. Congratulate you on completing another week. I think we're into week 4 there now. Won't be long and we'll be at our halfway point. As you can tell, the class works pretty much the same from week to week. And so hopefully you're settling in and understanding the expectations in the class. Just as a couple of housekeeping pointers, I still want to remind you to read the guidelines for discussion posts in order to get the highest possible grade there. I see that some folks still are not responding to two classmates or meeting the minimum word requirements. So be careful with that if you want the best possible grade on your discussion posts. The grade book as of this moment is totally updated, so please go out and look at the grade book. If you see where you have zeros on something, that means that I do not have that work, and anything other than the discussion post you can still turn in if you have a zero. Need to make something real clear. In the syllabus, the school's expectation is that discussion posts and the response to your classmates have to be done in the week that it's due. There is no makeup work for a discussion post, okay? So if you miss a week and don't do the discussion post, you don't do the responses to two students, you don't get to make that up, okay? You do make up tests, you can make up assignments and so forth, but you can't make up discussions. And that's just school policy. It's kind of hard to have a discussion on a subject when we've moved on to a whole nother subject. So I guess that's the rationale behind that. So just some clarification on discussion posts. Your assignments and the comments that you are making in the discussion posts are looking very good, so I want to compliment you on that, and hopefully everything is settling in for you. Okay. Be thinking about your research paper. That will be coming up soon in week 8, I believe. It can be on any subject in the textbook, and the instructions for that are also in the syllabus. So be thinking about the research paper that'll be coming up. This week we're talking about small business management, talking about entrepreneurship and franchising and that sort of thing. A large part of the American economy is made up of small businesses. It's relatively easy to start a business. All you have to have is an idea or a service or a product, and you can basically set yourself up as a company. There are sole proprietorships which require really no effort on your part to be set up. It's just a matter of you starting business. And then there are other varieties of small businesses such as LLCs, which are limited liability corporations, and there are more LLCs in the United States than any other type of small business. And what that basically does is separate you as a person from your business, so that a lot of your liabilities, potential legal issues, things like that, only affect the business. They don't really affect you as a person. So to give you an example, if you have a sole proprietorship business and you went out and provided a service or something, and someone sued you and said, hey, you know, he or she didn't do what they were supposed to do, I'm going to take them to court. In a sole proprietorship, everything that you own is attached to that business, if you will. So if you were to lose that lawsuit, for an example, your house could be taken, your car could be taken, your savings accounts could be taken. Everything you have is tied into that business, whether you like it or not, in terms of, and that's a sole proprietorship. The LLC works exactly the same, but it creates a legal shield between you and your personal things, if you will, and the company. So you take the exact same situation, and you've provided a service or something, and you're sued, and let's say maybe you lose the suit for some reason. The only thing that can be hurt is the business. Your house, your car, your savings accounts, anything that's of a personal nature are no longer considered as part of that lawsuit. So an LLC, by its name, limited liability, is what most small businesses are. It's very easy to have an LLC. You just simply go to an accountant or a lawyer and register in the state that you work in or that you live in and where you want to conduct business. And for just a few $100s, usually, it's easy to set up an LLC. You could probably actually go out on the internet to Legal Shield or some of these internet services and set one up at really a relatively small cost. Franchising is another opportunity to start a small business. I know that for me and most of the folks in this class, a franchise may be out of reach. Many of your well-known franchises like McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Burger King's, those sort of things, or even other stores like a Dick's or a I don't know, Bass Pro Shop, things like that, that would be considered a franchise. It takes a lot of money up front in order to set up the store or to set up the business and that kind of thing. The good thing about it is it's a proven model that works. You get a lot of help from the home company, if you will, to set up that business, but they charge quite a bit of money to go with that. Entrepreneurship is basically the idea that me or you go out and start up something new from scratch, whether it's a product, a business, or service. And today that's easier than ever. You can just go out on the internet and just take a look at the various apps and stuff out there and see. Many of these apps are made by individuals like me or you who have some computer skills, and they may sell their apps on in iTunes or other places and make money. Hopefully, a lot of people buy them or a bigger company picks them up. We see TV shows like Shark Tank, where a lot of people are doing entrepreneurial things and going in and trying to get additional financing, and that's become a very popular show. So entrepreneurship is basically the idea of starting up something from scratch, whether that's an idea, a product, a business, or a service. And one of the interesting things I think is in this global economy that we have, starting up a new product or something like that is actually easier than ever before, because with the internet and with the ability with email and IT and all that kind of thing, it's very easy to come up with an idea here and then have that idea designed and made in a place like China. So that's what we're talking about in our chapters this week. It's an interesting topic. It's something that a lot of people dream of having their own business and being their own boss and that kind of thing. And maybe you're thinking about that. So hopefully this chapter will be interesting to you. We'll learn a few things, and I look forward to seeing you in class.